Roblox is an online game platform and game creation system. Here, users can program games or play games made by other users. And if it's not enough to just play, you can go the extra mile and create your own game on Roblox. Roblox has been around for 12 years, started in 2006. So there are years of games in various genres to suit your tastes. Whether you want to race cars, explore a fantasy world, or create your own adventure, there is something for everyone. The updates and improvements that the game platform underwent over the years has resulted in the refined end product you see today. What's more, Roblox is completely free to play. Most of these games are user-created, and they may be inspired by some existing AAA games. You may very well find yourself playing a very dedicated bootleg of an expensive video game title you may otherwise have passed on. And if you love strategy games like me, you'll find a wide variety of strategy games to enjoy. In today's video, we will be looking at some of the best strategy games on Roblox. Number 10. Rise of Nations by Hyperint. Think world domination meets wartime strategy planning and city management, all meshed into one huge melting pot of war games. This is exactly what Rise of Nations brings to the table. Players first choose a country they'd like to represent and play the game as. Once done, each player will have their own territory with cities already established. These territories and cities are predetermined by the game and differ in size and quantity, as reflected in reality. As such, players have an asymmetrical start. For example, players who choose USA get to play a large territorial country with a wealth of natural resources at its disposal. USA is also surrounded by weak neighbors compared to it. This does not necessarily give bigger countries an advantage, as they are more likely to be attacked by surrounding countries, for example, Russia. An inexperienced player may also struggle with managing too much territory. But of course, small countries would be picked off too easily, so choosing the right country can make a big difference in your success. As the main goal of the game is world domination, you will be wanting to be at war with all the neighboring countries that you can overpower. You can also become allies and adopt a team-up and counter strategy. Number 9. Conquerors by Broken Bone. Incepted back in 2009, Conquerors is one of the most polished RTS games you'll find on Roblox, even more so with its latest update this year. If destroying enemy units and buildings strategically are your thing, this game is the one for you. You assume the role of a war commander and your only goal, to destroy all enemy buildings and units. Anything that stands in your way must be annihilated. Each player starts off with a base, one that is usually situated near an energy crystal landmark. Energy crystals are an important area resource, as it allows players to construct buildings near them. These buildings include power plants, barracks, research centers, etc. Some buildings, such as income buildings, can be viewed as a power plant, are limited to one building per energy crystal. Overall, Conquerors 3 will satisfy your bloodlust of wiping your enemies off the map. Look forward to an enjoyable time building, strategizing, and conquering your opponents in this multiplayer RTS game. Begin your conquest here. Number 8. War Universalist by Failsoul Fred's Studio. If Paradox's Europa Universalis ever piqued your interest, then War Universalis on Roblox is the game for you. The game is heavily inspired by the Europa Universalis series, and on Roblox you can try it out for free. Unlike the other games on this list, War Universalis does have a campaign mode with an AI to fight against, so you can play this game by yourself if you want to. You play as a leader of a nation. Similar to Rise of Nations, you first choose a country to represent, with some territory automatically assigned on some flat continent. If you are playing the campaign, you only need to complete the given goals, otherwise take over all provinces. Number 7. Board Life by Marine Mike 826, The Troop Life Alliance. In Board Life, the game creator has kindly digitalized some popular classic board games. These are checkers, Hungry Hippos, chess, tic-tac-toe, Connect 4, Battleship, and Crossfire. This is one solid collection of the classics that you can play digitally with your loved ones anywhere in the world. Upon entering the game, you will see the various board games scattered across your screen. Simply aim your avatar to the game you wish to play and walk there. You can choose to play with a random stranger on the server or invite your friends to play together with you. Number 6. Bankrupt by Apollo Gaming Main, Apollo Gaming. Bankrupt is a Monopoly spin-off that takes place in Roblox. In this digital board game, there are multiple maps available for players to play on. As with the physical board game, take caution that your relationships are at risk. The consolation here is that you can't cheat in this digital version. Bankrupt follows all the basic rules of the original Monopoly board game, but each map has their own characteristic twists and themes to differentiate them. Choose to play good old Monopoly from a good variety of maps. Your gaming experience will leave you craving for more. Every map has its own unique theme, and with it comes a matching Monopoly board environment. The game also allows players to switch to a close-up third-person view from behind their avatar for an interesting visual perspective. This is something you don't get from a physical game of Monopoly. Number 5. Board Game Insanity by Valkens 2Go. Board Game Insanity is a unique turn-based board game, requiring a minimum of 2 players for a short map and supporting up to 6 players for a large map. It is quite likely inspired by Pummel Party, another party game released on Steam in 2018. The game is a race to the finish with minigames, shops, and sabotages in between. Each player takes turns to roll the dice. Similar to Monopoly, the number rolled determines the number of tiles the player's avatar will move, and rolling a double will grant the player an extra turn. With elements of sabotage, counters to said sabotage, and minigames to get the competitive spirit going, Board Game Insanity is the perfect party game to hype the group up. The game supports 2 to 6 players, allowing the flexibility for players to organize themselves into 2 teams and play on a suitably sized map. Not only does the game have a pleasant grassy atmosphere, the soundtrack you get to choose from on the music tiles are diverse in the genre with great tunes. Number 4. Chess. Chess is exactly what most players think it is. The classic real-life game of chess brought to life in the blocky world of Roblox. The game of chess has experienced a surge of new popularity, which means that Roblox players may have some new opponents who want to do battle. This game requires 2 players, so users should keep that in mind before hopping in. Number 3. Territory Conquest. Territory Conquest is the Roblox version of the game Risk, where players battle for supremacy and control of the game board. In order to win, players will need to act decisively and strategically. Players will also be able to experience warfare from a variety of different epic periods in history, such as the time of the Roman Empire and the Fourth Crusade. There are a few different game modes to choose from, and players should be sure to try them all out to see which one is the best fit for them. Number 2. Risky Strats. Risky Strats is an incredibly addictive and fun strategy game that is based entirely on numbers and strategy. Players need to keep track of all the ongoing activity while battling and building appropriately to win. A player wins a game of Risky Strats by taking out all the other players, or by controlling 70% of the map. This game can be a bit tricky to jump right into, so new players can find a video that walks players through the basics. Number 1. The Conquerors 3. The Conquerors 3 is an epic real-time strategy game where players take control of an entire army in battle for supremacy against one another. This game features a wide variety of different maps, units, and buildings for players to enjoy and explore. Roblox players who are looking for both action and strategy may really enjoy this game. With that, we come to the end of today's informative video. Which of the games on our list is your favorite? Are there any good games we missed out on worthy of being put on this list? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to join in a next time for more of such interesting yet informative content. Goodbye.